You know what? Let me share this out on Twitter. Oh, let's see, what's this? All right, so I am back. All right, here we go. I'll add the final version to LinkedIn later today. Let me get this over here. All right, welcome everyone. It is Monday afternoon, March 11th, 2024. Could be a quite impressive day. As we get into it, let's talk about the Federal Reserve requirements being at 0, right? And we go back here. Federal Reserve Board announces that the Bank Term Funding Program will cease making new loans as scheduled on March 11th. Boom, I forgot to change the screen. Sorry about that. So right here, Federal Reserve Board announced no new loans on March 11th. That means no new Federal Reserve loans to the banks as of today. Does that mean that the banks can stop lending out money? According to this, I don't think that means the banks are going to stop lending out money. It means that the Federal Reserve is going to stop bailouts and lending money to the banks, from my understanding. All right, so welcome everyone. If you have something that you'd like to check out, let me know. We will go over the watch list that I do live every morning, and we will be able to, hold on, I'm just going to fix my camera. Let's go here. Boom. What is this? Webcam. There we go. Make this a bit bigger for you. Oopsies. Hold on. A little technical stuff. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want to adjust this. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'll deal with it later. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, let's look at, let's go to the SPY. I've got the weekly going on up here on the right. Let me take that and make that our 15-minute chart. Oh goodness, I hit the wrong ones here. Let's do it like this. All right, perfect. So 15-minute chart, you guys can see that we are hitting some resistance here. Let's make sure we got all the EMAs turned on. All right, it is looking a bit bearish, right? We've got that EMA cross on the 15-minute chart here. Does look bearish, however, we did bounce off of the moving average. We do have point of control support hanging around 507.68. Bigger than normal volume with descending volume right here. Was it a top, right? You can see descending volume, boom, higher than normal. On our weekly view, right, let me bring it back over here. How's our volume? Well, it's been descending as we've increased, right? Sometimes an indication that we could see a reversal. We have a long leg doji happening on our weekly. If we go below 504.94, good chance we see a bottom come, well, not a bottom, excuse me, but good chance that we see a correction coming. Maybe back down here to the 450 mark. We are a little bit high for this move. We saw NVIDIA cruise to the upside, and as a result, we've seen that the entire market cruised up as well. All right, let's look at the Qs. All right, the Qs weekly chart, we are, if we take out below 433, we are testing a point of control from the big move up over here where we broke out. We hit this trend line and we're seeing some more volume over here on the right. Let's just hide these. This is a 15-minute chart as well. You can see point of control is this pink line. They sold up at 445.70. We are on the weekly between the moving averages on our 24-hour chart. We have gone below. Look at this nice M here. Kind of mimics right there. We drop below 435. Good chance we're going to be coming down to 431. 432, maybe all the way down to 424. Got to follow that bigger volume. All right, let's look at the IWM. Small caps. We see that we had a bit of a pullback, a bit of a long leg doji as well on Friday. We went below it, it dropped, and you can see over here on our chart, we're hanging out below the moving averages, right? And our point of control from the high on Friday is at 206.83. What do I mean point of control? The biggest amount of volume has been traded above us. We also follow the dark pools. I just taught today about pattern recognition over in the training pit at thedarkpools.com. I do teach there every Monday. So if you'd like to learn more about trading, join right there. Or if you want to join my watch list every morning at 8:15 for my YouTube live stream members. Happy to help educate you there as well. All right, let's look at the Dow, DIA, 30 stocks, easiest to manipulate. So you can see our point of control hanging out here at 386.71. On the 24-hour chart, it is setting up of a bit of a pennant, right? So if we were to break above, let's do a little parallel channel right here, right? If we were to break up above 390, we'll add that in, sure, my pleasure. We will add NVIDIA to the list. It did not make the cut this morning because it's a little higher priced, right? So this, we are below. We've seen the moving averages drop below. Boeing helped with that. And now if it goes above 388.24, confirmation breakout to me would be up above 390. They might test there again and then bring it back down. All right, let's look. This is messing me up with that double screen there on my end. All right, let's check out Mara, right? First off, let's look at Bitcoin. We've seen that Bitcoin has driven a lot of the crypto stocks lately, right? I was talking about the pennant, the ascending wedge right here. Rough target would be 73,000. Remember, like GameStop, right? When GameStop happened, there we go. There were some bag holders that did not sell at the top, right? 73,000 would be the rough breakout target right here, and it didn't quite reach there. So, do you want to be a bag holder if Bitcoin were to crash? This is sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe an A, B, C move. Maybe we're going to start to see Bitcoin sort of cool down. Could be corresponding with the Federal Reserve Bank loan ending, right? Federal Reserve to banks, not banks to consumers. So keep that in mind. They always have to create a buyer on the other side. That might be something that we see. So we'll see if this is the top for Bitcoin, or it could squeeze higher. If those shorts are like, yeah, I'm going to still piling in and more people are buying. But just be aware, when GameStop didn't go their way, what'd they do? They shut down the buying. Say this starts to crash and they're not able to get out. The big guys that owned all the Bitcoin in the beginning and they're not able to get out. Could they just shut down the network and take away everybody's money? Yeah. Is there any regulation on crypto? No. Who's in charge of the Bitcoin servers? Right? Are they going to, it's not a regulated area. So just be aware of that. All right, so Bitcoin has been driving everything. So let's check out what happened with Mara today. Nice trading, right? I said if it goes below 24.60, potential short, boom, $2.60. This is why, if you guys join me in the mornings, you will see that these trades pretty much set up fairly nicely for day trades. All right, let's look at Coinbase as well. All right, Coinbase. If it goes below 269.80, nice potential short trade. Boom, came all the way down to 256. That's pretty nice, right? 13 points. Take it, right? 13 points off of 260, that's 5%. All right, let's look at Bitto today. Bitto today, not that much during active trading, right? Because this is more directly tied to the Bitcoin pricing. However, we do see descending volume. As volume is going up, potential for this to drop. Point of control for the rest of the day. It's hanging out right now at 33.30, right? Let's look at GBTC. Fairly similar to Bitto. Didn't really have a trade on that one today. That's okay. Are we expected to have a trade on 10 out of 10? No. These are potential trades, right? This was pre-market. So far, no trade on Pinduoduo. Wanted to keep it wide so nobody would get hurt on that one. All right, let's look at AMD. AMD today. Oh yeah, nice trade. Oh yeah, look at that. Trend line bounce. Pretty cool, right? 203 down to 197 and then a bounce back up. And now point of control is hanging out at 219 cents. All right, let's look at TSM, Taiwan Semiconductors. Yep, many of the semiconductors are pulling down today. So this had, hey, if we go below 143.80, there's a potential short. Oh yeah, down to 140. Not too bad. Let's check out Micron. Micron, if we go below 95.80, potential short. Yep, you betcha, right there. How about Boeing today? If we go below 194, potential short. Yep, down to 190. And Rio. If we go above 61.20, potential gap fill to the upside. Nice one, 80 cents right there. Let's look at NVIDIA. If there's anything else you guys would like to check out, put it in the chat. We will talk about it. All right, so NVIDIA today looks like we still have this buying volume since earnings below us, down at 791. On the past 2 days from the top, it looks like they did sell up here at 956.50, brought it down here to the current sell level of 883.02. So if it were to go above 883, potential for it to move to the upside. Otherwise, we are below the big volume in the past 2 days, right? Let's go back one more day. Let's pull another day into it from 4 a.m. trading session. Looks like they sold at 918. So 918 from, if I were to go short, it looks like 918 would be that stop out point for me. And we are currently trading below where 70% of the volume is traded. That's those blue lines there. 870.77. So if I wanted to keep it even tighter and say, hey, if it goes up above, I would look at it and say, you know what, if it goes up above that 875, that would be my stop out. I would not let it get to be so big to 918. I would say 875 is where I would look at that and say, okay, if I go short, I will give it the $8 to the upside, knowing that majority of the volume for the past 3 days has been traded above me, right? Where would my first target be? My first target would be down here, 240, then below 232, fill that gap down to 227, 827, 825, and 823. Those would be my targets. Anything else you guys would like to check out? We do look at a lot of dark pool activity, checking out the banks. You guys know I do look at a lot of financials. I look at that macro view. I look at the micro view. In fact, right now, seeing that, I know I was on vacation, New York City Bank, right? Community Bank, that was halted last week. And now it looks like it's setting up for another potential move down. We've got XLF. The banks are highly affected by this information. Look at that bounce right off of the 425 exponential moving average, right? Let's see, over the past week, it looks like nice double top here. Range bound between 440 and 4080. So 4080 and 4040, whichever way it goes, we've got this consolidation right here. You see it? You can see it right here. Look, 4052 is that point of control, where we can see visually. Let's make this a nice visual. Really, maybe from right here. Boom. We got a big box, range bound. Let's go back here and see from here. This was the breakout point. It broke out, moved up. Okay, so 4028. So if we see, this is consolidation, right? Consolidation will lead to a bigger move. Right now, big positioning going on. Positioning, what do I mean? Well, the big guys have all their money. They're either going to be getting in more at the top and squeeze some more shorts, or they're getting in to sell, right? Remember that you always have the news stations telling you what they want you to do. Oh, look, coincidence. We're at a high from back in 2022. We had somewhat of a bit of a head and shoulders there, more like a rounded top. Let's turn it to a 3-day. All right, 3-day, so we can see it rolled over. We're hanging out sort of in that rollover zone. Do you think they might sell here up at the top again to maybe bring it down to this pink line that they kept hitting, which would be down to 32.28? Maybe, right? 2022 is when we started interest rate hikes. Interest rates aren't being hiked, but bank loans are falling off from the Federal Reserve. Now, if bank loans are falling off and banks can't lend out any more money, do you think having some extra cash on hand would be a good idea? Maybe, right? Do you think that maybe not tying all of your savings up into something and having that rainy day fund might be good? Maybe. We shall see what happens, but it might be a coincidence that we're hanging out at the top where they sold in the past. Let's do this. Let's see where all this volume is from back here. What's our point of control? All right, back down here at 32.10. Would be kind of wouldn't be that abnormal for them to bring it down to 32.28 there. Interesting, right? So just some anomalies, some things. Please let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you'd like to see on my daily live recaps. I do the recaps of the market. If there's any stocks you want to have me go over, happy to give you my opinion on technical analysis of it, of where the biggest volume has been traded, of potentially dark pool as well. Ones that I am watching. So I am personally looking at Disney. Look at this. It keeps testing and testing and testing. However, it has not broken out in the right spot yet. Oh yeah, you see testing, 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 testing. It's not ready yet. Yet is the key word. But it could have some potential. And just visited there this past week. The parks were full. So hope you have a great trading day. Hope you had a great rest of your afternoon. Carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. Please join me every morning for my live YouTube member watch list, and I hope to help you